Okay, so now we're going to do a horizontal shift. All right, so we have a function here, and it's the same, base of 2. So let's think about, what is going to happen here. Let's try something. Let's just make a table of values, and let's just put in, some numbers. -1, or I'm sorry, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, now we know it's going to shift. We know it's going to shift horizontally. Notice that the +3 is up in the exponent. That's the difference between this one and the last one where we did a vertical shift, okay? But the question is it going to shift to the left or is it going to shift to the right? Now think about it. Think about what you think it is, and then let's see what happens here. If I were to put in -2, I would have 2 to the -2 plus 3. That would be 2 to the first power, which would be 2. What happens if I put in a -1? I'd have 2 squared, which is 4. What happens if I put in 0? I would get 2 cubed, which is 8. Now let's just graph those points and see if we can figure this out then. So it's -2, 2. It was -1, 4. And it was 0, 8. I don't even remember having an 8 on the other graphs. But do you see what's happening here? It looks like it's going to shift to the left. Okay, and that's what it's going to do. I don't know if that was your guess, but that's what it's going to do. So if I were to put in -3, say, I don't even think I want to put in 1 because I'm going to get like 16. And if I put in 2, I'm going to get 32. Those are going to be too big. But if I put in -3, I would have 2 to the -3 plus 3, which is 2 to the 0, and that's that 1 that we were getting before. So that's occurring right there. And then if I put in -4, I'm going to get 1/2. And then if I put in -3, I'm going to get 1/4. So it's going like this. Oops. Well, I missed that point. Okay. So if you remember what our original one, before we had like a transformation on it, it was looking like, this, right? And you can see that it's shifted 3 units back. Now I could have had, another point over here. That's still true. Okay. But it looks like the graph has shifted 3 units to the left. Okay, what does all this mean for the domain, range, asymptote, and y-intercept? Well, the domain is still all real numbers. The range, looks like the range stayed the same from 0 to infinity. The asymptote, is still y equals 0. So it's still the x-axis there. That didn't change. But the y-intercept, that did change. In fact, now where is it crossing the y-axis? I guess I did need that point 0, 8 because that's where it's crossing the y-axis, right? So the y-intercept would be the point 0, 8. Okay? And the whole thing shifted 3 units left.